Yo, yo, yo. How's it going? It seems that for some odd reason that the white noise is gone. I wonder why. I wonder why. Hey, Captain Bounce! How's it going? How's it going, man? Hey, Atsuki. Good morning. Good morning. Let's fix that camera. Fix that camera. Camera. You see? You see what I've done? You see what all these fantastic things I've done on the stream? How nice, isn't it? Oh. Now everything is a little bit more organized and looks prettier. Isn't it? Doesn't it? Huh? Huh? I think so. I'm fine, thank you, Captain Boss. How's it going? Hey, Chilstrand. How are thou? How art thou, Chilstrand? Sir Chilstrand. So today, cheers, Husky. And at the corner, far corner, I'm gonna have for now it's just agri sausages pictures. That's all I had time to kind of throw together. Um, but I'm gonna have like I'm gonna go through ArtStation and kind of pick between all of you who's on Discord. Um, Posted your portfolios on Discord and pick a picture and put it up in the Blender up there, and so that you get like community spotlight, you know. Hey, Sempi butter, how's it going? Hey, Torbod. So I redesigned the look. I think it's a little bit better. I'm a little bit unsure about the placement of that top left banner, uh, but I think it's nice. Hey, Elar, how's it going? So today's topic is gonna be. I choose it today in the sense of it's gonna be character design. So what I want to do is I want to gonna do some design on top with line art. Um, hey, Captain Jetlag, how's it going? And I'm gonna do straight lines. So I'm gonna cheat with a photograph from Getty Images, and I'll design on top some sort of fantasy warrior types thing with lines only, and then as fast as I can, and then do. Oh, really? All right. How's this? Is this better? Or maybe that. How's this? Maybe that's why the white noise was low because the setting was low. How's this? Is it better, Captain Jetlag? I increased the volume. Hey, Marvin Marbles, how's it going? Hey, Dev Burmak. Nice to see you here again. How's it going? How's it going? Alright, it's better. Okay, much better. Okay, I hear you. Calm down. Calm down. Relax. So, I like my new layout. I like the little yellow frame around the camera here and how it goes together down and then to the sides. It's nice. No, I'm not yet. I can whisper. How's that? Is that better? Do you like it better when I'm not loud, Captain Jetlag? Hey Mila, how's it going? No, I'm not yelling. I'm just. Let's start it. Timer is started. Right. So a female warrior, straight line art, but I'm not gonna do that hard, like hard pixel brush. I'm gonna do. Where is it? That one. I made that one the other day. Right. I look taller. Stretch. Hey, Bruno Romanos. Ah, cheers. I like the new interface as well. It's a nice. It's like you have your same furniture, but you just reorganize the placement of the furniture, and all of a suddenly you have a new home. But nothing has changed really. I did flip things around and move them around, but I kind of like this layout a little bit better. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, top left is like a community shout out corner, and for the moment it's just Angry Sausage. But I'm gonna go through everyone's portfolios as I have time. I didn't have time this morning to do it more than for him, just to it was just like a scroll up the portfolio list, poof, that one, throw some images. I wanted to place it and check it and how the layout looked. So I'm not playing favorites here. It's gonna everyone's gonna go there more or less. If I see something cool on Discord, I'm gonna throw it up there and your ArtStation portfolio. It's a little bit like a ArtStation corner there. So that's I think a new little nice feature for you guys. I think it's also going to be ad space. You know, if I want to help someone's project out or sell some tickets to something or something like that, and that's the place where I'll be putting it, and not so much the rotating community banners, but maybe ads, and then um, switch back to your images, and you know, just to test things out, switch it up, see what comes out. You can't scale the furniture. That is true. I wish I could though. Just one massive sofa. That would be so nice. Right, so I'm gonna try not to get hooked up on changing the lines. I felt like yesterday the very hard brush without any fade, or it became a little bit too hard, and it wasn't in my innate style, like that how I actually draw, and it felt like a little bit of like the most awkward ink pen, and I felt that it's it kind of compounded issues. Like one issue is that all right, I'm creating an artificial boundary to how I approach a drawing, right? By saying okay, straight lines without sketching underneath, and then plus that in a style that is not my comfort zone style, so it became multiple issues at once. So now I'm trying to do the same. I'm trying to not go over the lines again, but I'm using a technique in the sense of pen, and like if it would be traditional media, it would be a pencil rather than a pen. Uh, how those act, you learn, and I thought I'd give it a better shot instead of just creating this artificial twice limitation. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm kind of like I wanna see, um, because this is way more production art, right? Than yesterday. Yesterday's was like a thumbnail to an illustration, and that's not what I wanted to practice. I wanted to practice design, uh, and not illustration, because I mentioned that the other day that we're going to be doing lots of designs at work, so I want to up my design game. Not that it's weak, but I just want to, you know, practice. Practice makes perfect, and I wanted to challenge myself with approach. So I'm gonna try not to alter the lines I put down, except like I did there, just erased it a little bit so it doesn't look so bad. But overall, I'm gonna try really hard to just commit to the lines and then quickly do color blocking. I'm gonna try not to do. Actually, I'm gonna do grayscale tomorrow. If it goes well today, in the sense of how I changed up the approach, if it goes well today, I will be doing the same thing tomorrow, but instead of just gray wash, I will be doing straight color washes. Like not with fading, but let's say the trousers are brown, the armor is gray, those sort of things. Let's see, rounded, sharp knee pad doesn't work. Okay, let's do a rounded. And she has this skirting on the arm. Need to repeat it again so it doesn't feel just one place. So let's add it. Need to erase a little bit. Let's add some motion to it. Yeah, so she feels a little bit more alive. Hey, dear Bart, how's it going? No scary face. Yeah, Dev Burmak. It is a good way of cheating. Definitely, it's a quick way to get a anatomy down. Um, as long as it's understood that you can't use it other than for a base, right? Because it's a copyrighted photo. And if you use it for something other than just proportions, you are treading some dangerous waters for the client. You know, if Getty Images says, "Oh, by the way, this is our image you're using in the game," you're gonna have an awkward conversation with your client. Bruno Romanos, I use this technique at times. It's not like a standard, um, but it's definitely not a technique that I use it occasionally. And another thing that we do is same is sometimes we do photo bashes and then we trace the photo bashes, right? So it's the same. So imagine instead of me just drawing all these made up shapes on top, I've actually photo bashed engine parts, or if I'm making a robot, I can like photo bash stuff in and kind of arrange it in perspective, and I don't need to care about resolution or lighting direction or anything. It's just all about placement, right? So I'm kind of throwing everything in there in the kitchen sink, and then it won't matter because I will trace it on top. If it fits the style of having line art. Uh, but it's there's like concept art. There's no right or wrong. It's all about efficiency and communicating the idea. Uh, on the other hand, in illustration, that's a completely different thing, right? Then you gotta make sure that you do everything correctly. You cover your, you know, you cover your base so it's not obviously use the photo that's copyrighted and all these things. Uh, you have to do everything more. But in concept art, you can even use copyrighted photos if it's just for production, right? If this is never going to be shown to anyone else except internal use, and then it's completely fine in that sense. Because it's never going to be in public. It's just going to be information to drive the team, and from that they're going to extrapolate what you meant and create a new asset, which is free from the copyrighted material naturally because they're translating it, they're not reusing it, right? Except if it's like you take a Toyota car and use it in your concept, and then they go, oh, I'll trace that car, and then you have issues because a photo can be copyrighted, but the content of a photo can also be copyrighted. Let's say the proportions and placement of, let's say on a car, the lamps and the proportions of the car, it's all copyrighted, right? Otherwise, what's keeping random Joe making a Ferrari piece by piece and saying this is a Joe car, not a Ferrari. Then Ferrari can go, hey, these are the parameters of our copyright. You have clearly breached them. We can see it in the shape of the lamp or the grill, blah 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 blah, and now you own us money, or you're in breach of copyright and stuff like that. So that's also something you got to be very careful of. But in this instance, I'm just using her body as proportion, as a base. If I would switch it off, you wouldn't know at all that I used the photo for proportions, which is great because the photo I'm using is copyrighted, right? And I don't want to have that mess on my hands. I just wanted to speed up the process to get something down faster. And then you can use what's underneath there and make your artistic decisions over what should be kept, what should be removed, those kind of things. I like this way of using a base. And like if you wanted to change something, let's say like be more inspired by some other boot. You can easily go like one layer underneath, like have a look at it and go, all right, where's some cool information? Okay, there's some cool information, and then you can cheat a bit, and you switch that off, and you got some additional information. But again, you got to be really careful about how you do it when it comes to copyrighted things in this instance. But in this instance, it was just a strap on a boot. Hey, Diego Gisberta artwork. Good morning. Guten Morgen. Bruno, yeah. I mean, it is cheating, in a way. I mean, I could do this manually, but doing it this way, I get a result super fast. And another thing that I do that I make sure of is when I draw, I always connect the lines, except here. There, I made a not what I needed to do. But the reason is why I connect the the lines is because when in that instance you can just magic wand the outside, and you get a quick block in. Should we make her a dark elf? Then we need to add horns. No, not horns. But also, why not? It's a good idea. Let's iterate the design a bit. Let's go back down to that brush. I should actually move it up because I like it. What? There. There. Okay. There you are. Okay. Let's add elf ears. And let's add horns. And now I'm iterating the design, which I said I wouldn't be doing, because I wanted to see how many I could cram out. But what can you do? It's pretty fun. All right. Let's continue blocking it in. Sofa Strangler. Tomorrow morning I will be having Darth Maul face paint. Just went all in. If you could do any changes to my new layout, what would those changes be? Do you like it, or would you like me to change something? What's your thoughts on it? I kind of like it, personally. Captain Jetlag. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, combining photos and bashing stuff together is a great way to get something fast. Uh, I don't see anything wrong with it as long as it's done smart and efficient, and that you cover your back, right, so that you don't have to explain something. You know, like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have used the photos. I know it was a mistake. I will never do it again, etc., etc. Atsuki, yeah, the name blends a bit. I agree. Um, I was thinking about it as I was putting it together that I should have outline around the text. So it's a good point. I agree. I agree with that. That's something I will correct for all the coming images from you guys. So tricky this. For me, like one of the time sinks is doing these blockouts. If it would be possible to automate it somehow, or I don't know what, but it's such a time sink. Like you start, and and then you look up again, and it's like a massive portion of your time has disappeared only by putting like values down, blocking stuff in. I wonder if you could be able to create some sort of automation. I think that would be great. So you don't need to sit and do this. Captain Jetlag, that's true. I don't know how you would do that though. Like an overlay on top of the stream that's a link. I'll actually do some research about that, Captain Jetlag. That's an interesting point. Hmm. Hmm. I like that idea. I hope. I mean, I haven't seen any other streamer do that. Like something you can click. Only like stuff you can click underneath, and it's not the same really, is it? I'll try to do some research though. It's a good idea. Because you don't have control over Twitch itself, right? You have control over what's being displayed because it renders, just renders, you know. It feels a little bit like ragtag how this design looks. It's too many values all over the place. I think white needs to be dominant, so the contrast is at the face. Better, not good. Constant struggle, but that's good. The fiddly bit is taking time. Dev Burmak, yeah, but you're not able to like say this is the hair, plop, this is the face. You know, you gotta manually put it in, and that's what I'm doing now. But ideally, I'd have an ability, some sort of autofill autofill function, so that you just be would be able to say, like closing a loop. I mean, you could use the pen tool, right, and draw a shape, and it would automatically fill the shape, but it wouldn't be as effective as doing what I'm doing now. This is probably faster. So the question is like, how would you do that? really, Tormod? Hmm. And that's key. Right. I could do it on 30-minute warm up come with the ad thing. Ah, true. Oh yeah, exactly. You don't want to accept some sort of thing. It's always like, oh, should I? Malevolent Raven. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That too. Then you just get lots of artifacts. That is the question. Hmm. Wrong layer. I kind of like the idea. I kind of don't like. I mean, as in the concept, not the idea. I'd love to be able to do some sort of overlay. I think that would help things significantly. Like having the banner up there clickable. I think I've made a mistake with the cape. I think the cape needs to be white. Like I said, the rhythm is very noisy. There's no dominance. So I think I gotta. Like, one thing I think would work when it comes to autofill, like some sort of automatic way of filling the thing. But that's, I mean, like 3D programs, they when you click a certain setting, um, you can render out every different material as a rainbow color. One hue of the rainbow, so that and it doesn't render out the same hue next to each other. So you will always have clear groupings of selections. So you can just click, what selection you want. That would be a good thing, but you can't do it automatically in Photoshop. This design, I don't like that much. I think it's too much contrast. Let's try to adjust it. Before time runs out. That's better. Yeah, that reads better to me. Hey, how's it going? Oh, JPX, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. You are a badass. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hey, Voodoo Breakfast. You made it just in the end of the stream. There's no value selection plugin. Maybe. Maybe. Hey, Bintran. Welcome to the stream. Hey, thank you very much, JPX. Much appreciated. There was no sub alert, right? Haven't I set that up? That's crazy. That has to be done. That has to be done. Alright, so my 30 minutes are up. Turn out to be, I'd say, mediocre at best design. Not super happy with it, but also not ashamed of it. It sits somewhere in the middle of meh and okay. But yeah, I'm not keen on the design. I think it's too basic. The shape language isn't really doing anything interesting. Trying to save it now by adding a little bit of swooshing lines down the body, but it needs a lot more love in order to be good. But I think for the sake of exploring a design, I'd say it went well. Went fun, learning experience. There we go. There we go, Torvald. Um, yeah, it could be called insert generic elf guard in this location. Uh, but the thing is, right? I practiced, I learned. If I look at it, I know what the mistakes are, and all that information is gonna percolate in here. So the next time I'm gonna go, oh yeah, I shouldn't do that. Oh yeah, I should think about this. When you do post mortem of what you're doing, like after death post mortem, um, and you go like, okay, where did I go wrong? Where did I go right? And you learn from it. And then the next time you do it, you go, oh yeah. But if you're ignorant and you just kind of run and hide, and you don't think about your mistakes, you're not gonna grow from it. But it was a good exercise. I enjoyed it. Used a photo as a base. You would get some lighting information even from that, like volume and so on, if you would need it. But as this is just design exercise, I'm gonna leave it as it is. So let's see if we can't raid someone. I think that Alex is streaming again. The Heath man. He is. All right. So let's raid Heath. Um, he usually does splash art. So give him a follow, etc., etc. Hey, Jimmy Animal. I'm ending the stream. You're just in time. Thanks everyone for coming. Always a pleasure. Thank you very much for the Twitch subscription, JP. Super appreciated. All these little rivers gonna combine into all these little streams are gonna combine into a river, and I'll update my tech with it. And I already bought a website for this stream, so all your money is going straight back into the channel. So thanks everyone, and let's raid Alex. So when you go there, if you haven't clicked follow, make sure you click follow. See you all tomorrow morning. Bye.